Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Just checking in on my tribe. I know I've started the video and just started talking. I'll wait a little bit to see who come online. Just checking on you all. I haven't really been really active or seen much here. Hey, my friend Goldia Felder, how are you? I'm back out in the grass again as a little kid. I don't know, maybe I'm just going back to my childhood. I am getting younger each year. By the way, there is a major holiday coming up. A major holiday. I want you to take off from work and tell them you want it with pay. January the 6th, I'll be swimming through the land. And I'll be, hey niece, hey Shalonda, you're doing great things over there. I miss you all. I love you as well. I see you doing great things with your business. Put up your, if you all are in, I don't know where you are. Put up your information, Shalonda. She does an excellent, if you all need your hair braided or styled, my niece can do it. I've seen some of her work. Some of you don't want to mess around with your nappy head children. Send them to my niece, and she will make their heads look like a miracle. I've watched her videos, and she's doing an excellent job. Put on my tell them how to find you. You have a website or something, or go to your Facebook page somewhere. I think in Gainesville area are you, or close by. Anyways, put that up there put it up there for me so people can see it. I love you all. I'm glad that you all are doing well. Hopefully you all are doing well. I am sitting out here. No, I was telling you about this major international holiday. Londa's hair page. Go to her. Go to my niece's page. It's called Londa's hair page. You see it right there in the live. And she does an excellent job. You know, I don't promote mess. If you ain't quite got it together, I'll talk about it once you get it together. But she actually has it together. And it looks amazing. I've seen some of her work. And I am proud of her. I'm proud of you, Shalonda. You're a hard worker. How's I'm about to say Beamer, but Beamer is your boyfriend or soon-to-be husband. Tell him I said hello. I would like to hear from you all more. I'm sitting out here. I know you all are probably in a different climate, and you're probably cold, but I'm sitting out here in the sunshine and sitting in the grass. And sometimes I just like to go back to that day. So I'm just checking in on my people. I'm checking in on my tribe, making sure that you all are well, and also take care of your mental health. I have to be transparent. The past couple of weeks has been a little challenging for me emotionally, just actually thinking about my mom, and I don't know, it just came out of nowhere. And so I've been dealing with that. Please take care of your mental health, and it's important to do that. Because if you can't take care of you, then you won't be any good for anyone else. If you're depleted and you are drained, then you're not much use to anyone. Your children, because self should come first. I know they taught us differently and told us that we should put other people ahead of us. You're really denying yourself when you do that. I understand as a parent, you put your children ahead of you, because that's what our mom did. She worked hard. She took care of 8 children alone, 7 boys and a girl. And I watched her through in my lifetime. I watched her be so strong and hold up. And I'm sure she's had many crying days, but I've never seen my mom cry. But I know she's cried, because life has a way of bringing you to tears. And so, but what I am saying to you, put yourself first. Stop neglecting yourself. That's not the way. Stop neglecting yourself. If it hurts you, don't do it. if it takes from you and it depletes you, do not do it. You have to look out for you. Other than that, you are denying yourself access to higher possibilities. And anytime you continue to sacrifice for other people and you put other people ahead of you, and it brings you to a very low point at times. And sometimes the people that you think should help you because you've helped them, they can't help you. They don't know how to help you. Some people are givers, some people are takers, some people, they will reciprocate. Your relationship should be reciprocal or reciprocated. You should get in a reciprocated relationship where people may not give you what you give them, but give something back to you. Time, energy, encouraging words. There are people that constantly sends me encouragement through text messages. We don't talk over the phone, but I'll look up and it just brings a smile on my face because it lets me know someone is thinking about me. So get into those relationships that can give you something back as well. Other than that, you'll be depleted and you'll be drained and you won't be any good for yourself. And sometimes you'll walk away being bitter because you feel like you were there for everyone else, and now that you're in need, we're not even talking about materialistic things, and sometimes that is the case, but just in need of someone's time, someone's conversation, if you have to always run them down, then it's a good possibility you need to step back. If the only time you all talk is when you pick up the phone and call, or you text them, then take a few steps back, yeah, and take some time out for you, because you shouldn't be the only one in the relationship, whether it's friendship or intimate relationship. You shouldn't be the only one that's reaching out or giving time to. Now, I have to say this because everyone's life, they lead different lives, and the timing, you may not have as much time. This is why I like to get involved with people who are busy, because if they are not busy and you are busy, they'll sit around and their whole life starts, they'll place everything that they're doing around your life, and then they're wondering why you're not available because they are available. Well, find your little life, get you some business of your own, and get busy too. I like to connect to busy people, because if you're not busy, I'm busy. But if you're not busy, you'll get upset because I don't have the same kind of time. But when the opportunity permits me to, and I'm in that space, and that I can reach out, I will. But stop sacrificing so much for other people and turn that energy towards you. I remember hearing something many years ago. I don't know who said it, but they said the first law of nature is self-preservation. And I heard people teach against that. They said, no, that means you're selfish. Well, if you don't give to yourself, now you are denying yourself. So I'd rather give to me than to deny me. I've done enough of that. I lived that life long enough, denying myself for other people, and you end up holding the bag. You're left with the bag, and you wonder what happened to these people. Hey, classmate. Hey, Charlene. You wonder what happened to these people now that you're no longer available to them, and they stop reaching out because you invested all the time. One of the reasons that people can walk out of a relationship and walk out of your life so easily, just watch it. Watch this pattern and watch this. When someone can easily walk out of your life, it's because they've not invested. They've not invested in the relationship. They've not, hey nephew, yeah, they've not invested in the relationship. So when people don't have much invested in the relationship, it's easy for them to get up and walk off or out of your life. If they have invested in the relationship, they'll think twice or thrice. They'll think about it. They'll ponder on it, because now you have invested into this. But when people can just get up and walk out without telling you, that I promise you, you did all the investing. And you don't just walk away from an investment. So the reason they were able to walk away, they didn't invest in you. They were busy receiving the investments that you had for that relation, that you brought to the table for that relationship. So start putting you first. And it's okay to say no. You'll see how powerful no is. You'll see how powerful no is. No is a very powerful word. And sometimes saying no to them is saying yes to my sanity. Saying no to other people is saying yes to my peace. Saying no to other people, it is saying yes to putting me first. I have to invest in me. If we invest in ourselves as much as we invest in other people, I promise you, we would see improved you, a better me. So, listen, don't deny yourself. That's right. If it is not advantageous for you, leave them alone. Thank you, nephew. Leave them alone. Walk away from it. It's okay. You're more into them than they are into you. Just walk away. Hey, Audrey, just walk away. I promise you, you'll see the energy that you were giving them, give it to yourself, because you're the only person that's not going to walk out on you. When it's all said and done, when the doors are closed and the lights are out, you are the only one there with you. So why not invest in you? Invest whatever it is, whether it's going back to school, whether it's just taking some you time, some alone time, and let all those people go. Sometimes you just got to let people go. You'll feel better. You'll sleep better. Hey, Tabitha, you'll sleep better. I'm just checking in on my people, giving you something that, I've made those mistakes myself, where I put other people before me, thinking that they would be more appreciative, like they would appreciate me. But then people don't value. Thank you, Charlotte. People do not value, I don't know why, but people do not value what they've not invested in, right? Which is the reason why people can just get up and walk out of your life, because they do not value what they've not invested in. I remember many years ago, I'm an avid reader. I love to read all types of books. It's a lot of self-helps. Oh, if I declined you, that means I can't talk. But I've invested in a lot of books, right? And I remember a close friend of mine at that time, we're not close now, I was encouraging them to read. And they asked me, well, let me read this book. Well, why don't you give me one of your books? I said, I will not give you my book. And the reason why I didn't give that to them, and this is what I said to the person, you will mishandle. You wouldn't read it. There's no value to you because you've not invested in it. You didn't purchase the book, so guess what? You're not going to read it. You just have it just to say you have it. I am very, very cautious about giving things away that's valuable to me. Hey, Tina. Hey, my sis. How you doing? So what I said to them, I said, no, I'm not going to buy you that book. You go out and invest in that book of your own, with your own monies. I can tell you, hey, nephew, love you too. I said, I can tell you what to get, but I'm not going to let you borrow my book. I'm not going to give you my book, because at that point you've not invested in it and you are not going to value it. When they have no investments in you or in the relationship, they will never value you. They're there for the fishes and for the fish and the loaves. They're there for what they can get out of you, what they can drain from you. They're there for all of the gifts and the kisses and the accolades, and they're there for you to pat them on the back, and they're there because they need your shoulder to cry on and they need your arm to lean on. But I promise you, they will get up and they will drop you like a hot potato. You know why? Because they've not invested in this relationship. They've not invested in you. That's why. So you wonder why. Why is it that they could just leave so easily after all that I've done for them? Have you ever asked that question? How could they leave my life after all that I've done for them? Well, here is your answer. Because you were the one that made the investment. You invested in that relationship, not them. They received the benefits of your investing, right? Of your investments. And so it's easy to walk away from something that you've not invested in. It's just period. You do things to show love and show them that you really care for them. If it's a love relationship, even friendships, you show them that you love them and you do things for them. But notice that they're on the receiving end. And so yeah, you have your answer. If they can just jump up and leave without any explanation, and some of them will lie, that's just their way of getting out of it, they've not invested in it. You have so much, you've invested so much in that. Marriages break up and people, one or the other, just walk out of it because they don't have anything invested in the relationship. You were more emotionally invested, whether it was a financial investment. Being invested emotionally is very valuable, and it takes a lot out of you. This is why when they walk out, it takes a piece of your heart. It takes a part of your soul with you, and you're wondering why, and that why they left, and then they move on, and when you look up, they're with someone else. It's like, how could they do that so quick? Now, this is not my situation, but I'm just saying, in life, I've lived long enough to know that you have to invest in you. You have to invest in you. Invest in your health. Invest in your wealth. Invest in time alone with you. Enjoy spending time alone with you. Spend time alone. Enjoy that. Because when other people start invading your space, and then you start turning that energy towards them. Hey, nephew. Oh, I love you, nephew. It's so good to see you. When you spend your time investing in other people and they're not reciprocating in no way, form, or fashion, I'm telling you, take your ducks and move them to another pond. Take your ducks and move them to another pond, because it's not going to turn out well, right? You're going to end up being in an emotional wreck because you gave your heart, you gave your emotions to them. But they didn't have anything to give to you. They were takers. They were vampires. They sucked everything out of you. Whatever you gave, they took it, and they pretended that they appreciated it. Thank you so much, and they just, whatever. But if they're not giving back in no way, form, shape, or fashion, stop all of that giving. If once you start pulling back and stop investing, watch what they do next. And if they can walk out of it, and they get angry, they were there for the fish and the loaves. Trust me, they weren't there for your heart. People get so accustomed. This is why you don't give too much, too soon, too fast, right? Because people will fall in love with your hand, what you have to give them, and not in love with your heart. I'm gonna say that again. When you give too much, too soon, too fast, you giving, people have a tendency to fall in love with your hand, what you have to give to them, and they will not look at your heart twice. They want what's in your hand, but they do not want your heart. So be slow to move. Be slow to give of yourself. I'm not saying that you have to always be on the edge, and you have to be guarded. Sometimes you have to guard your heart. If you are a giver, you have to go into relationships and friendships saying, you know what, I'm a giver, but I'm not going to move too fast, because people will want what's in your hand and they will forget about your heart. And even though what you're giving to them from your hand or with your hand, you're giving it from your heart, but they only see your hand. They cannot see the intent, and they cannot see the heart, the rudiments of the heart. They cannot. So give them some time. Let people show you that they can reciprocate in some way, form, shape, or fashion. And it's the same way with family members. You got family members that only take. Oh, well, you ought to do it because I'm family. Let me tell you who family is. It's not necessarily your blood. Y'all are related, right? Family, that's a whole nother tribe. You can be related and not know each other. You can be related. It doesn't mean you really. Yeah, we use that terminology with family because we come from the same household. But family are those that will be there. Family are those that you create outside of your blood. Sometimes they'll run to you quicker and rescue you quicker than those that are of the same blood. So listen, be careful. Be careful with what you give and how soon you give it. All right? And take care of your mental health. And don't be the rebound. And don't let another person be the rebound. Right? So when you come out of relationships, stop getting into one just to be with someone. You have to give yourself time. Hit reset and see what you did wrong. What did I do wrong? And you have to analyze, and you have to take introspect. Look inside. Yes, see, Tabitha, your love language is giving. So you had to learn about yes and love me. Give to yourself, because I promise you, people will fall in love with your hand and they will disregard your heart. Period. Point to the blank. That's true. I've lived long enough to know that you have to look out for you. Emotionally, I'm telling you, some people, they can't give you material things, but they're there for you emotionally. But they have to be able to reciprocate. It has to be a reciprocated relationship. Give and take, give and take. If it's all giving, then you're gonna be depleted. If it's just taking, that means you're not giving anything. And it's like that, and that's life. If I was a part of an organization that always take from me, church for instance, right? I got to get this. I got to hit this. I can't just leave this out. If you are in a church or in a setting where all they do is take. I need $1,000. We give $500. Come on, bring another $1. Give your candy money. Bring this, and they're not giving anything back to you, and walk out on that. Well, I'm giving you the word of God. I can read that for myself. What is it that you're giving back to me? Am I able to reach you when I'm in need? Am I able to contact you? Or are you going to send me through 50 people before I get to you? Now, we're not talking about these huge places. We're talking about you got 10. You got 5. I got 5 on it. You got 3 people. You hear me? You're not that busy. You don't have a job. All you're doing is collecting. I'm using that as an example because I've been there. People will walk out on you and they'll act like, hey, niece, I love you. They'll walk out on you. Stop giving so fast, so much, so soon. Because you'll see who they really are when they can't get from you what they desire. Or if, you're not moving to their beat and they walk out, they weren't for you anyways. You see? They weren't for you. You let people be. I love you. You let people be. Let them move on to the next person because they're bloodsuckers, they're mosquitoes, they're leeches, they're vampires. They are vampires. All they do is take. So if you're part of something that only takes from you and they can't give back to you and they can't reciprocate the relationship, then that is a bad connection. It's a bad, that's right. You got to stop people pleasing. It's a bad relationship. You're not in a good, solid, you're not in a harmonious relationship. If that person is always taking and you always providing, you provided a roof over their head, you feeding them food. Now listen, and you might stay there, and I'm getting off over into something else, but you might just think, oh, well, they're giving me sex. Baby, you can walk into a store Get you get you some batteries. Don't let the sex cloud what's really going on. You see, you can't let that happen, because they'll use their organ, and we're not talking about a B3 Hammond. They'll use that organ. I'm trying to tell you, people get caught up in sex, and they keep that old no good man around, and no good women. They'll keep that. That's right, Charlene. They got to stop looking over those red flags. You got to look into them and see why that flag is waving. That's right. Sex ain't better than love. Now, you need sex. Now, don't ever get it twisted. That is a necessity. You need it. Your body was made for it. And every now and again, you need to get it in. And I know y'all, listen, you got to have it. But what I am saying is, don't let a penis cloud your view. Don't let a vagina cloud your view. Because, see, it ain't gonna last but so long anyways. I mean, you're gonna take a 7-minute thrill and then give them your whole life? That doesn't last. And then they're gonna run out and they're gonna jug somebody else, and they're gonna okay, I gotta be careful. God help me. Yeah, so don't let sex be the main reason you stay there. I mean, half the time you don't enjoy it anyways. It's not orgasmic. You just getting off. Oh, Jesus. Why am I even here today? But I got to look at you right in the eye, because this is life. So appreciate me, because other people won't say it. They say, oh, he shouldn't talk like that. No. I should. That's the problem. We've avoided these types of conversations. You know, if you want, listen, if you can go get your toy and get pleased, but can that person pay your bills, help you with your bills? They're living with you and they can't help you with a water bill. They're living with you and they can't be there emotionally for you. Some people are there just a gang for the fish and the loaves. That's it. So you know what you do? Go catch 2 fish out of the river and get them some white bread, wheat bread, and get them a loaf of bread or 2 loaves. Give it to them and tell them to be gone. Because if they're there for the fish and the loaves, give them 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread, and let them eat off of that, and tell them, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Stop being clouded. Stop having your view clouded over those temporal things. Can they be there in the long run? You know, it's hibernation season now. It's getting cold. Everybody trying to get booed up and get into relationships because they need somewhere to stay. They need a warm body to lie next to. But as soon as the seasons start changing, they're going to start changing because they were just there for the season. And it's okay if both of y'all know it's a seasonal relationship or a situationship. It's okay if both of y'all have agreed to the seasonal, the winter situationship. You know, okay, I got you here for this, and this is what I'm gonna get from you. I don't want anything else. Just be honest. I don't know why people feel like they have to lie and be deceptive. Just tell the truth. I'm just here for a little nookie. I'm here to put my hand in your cookie jar. You see? Be honest, and you'll be surprised what that person may put up with, because that may be all they want, right? So just checking in on my people, and go see about your mental health, because these relationships leaves us. Let me tell you, it leaves you all scattered and battered and scarred and all of that. You know. So if you're trying to keep a man with your purse, and if that's all you got, that's very low value. Oh, I'm going to give him some of this and he going to stay around. You mean that's all you have to offer? You mean to tell me you would devalue yourself? Thinking you can keep a man with that? I mean, you're much more valuable than that. Same way with the brothers. So I don't even know how I got here. I'm sitting out here in the grass. It's nice and warm. I'm out here at the park, and I decided I wanted to come out and get a little sunshine before the sun sets. So take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. You know what? You're right, classmate. Charlene said if they told the truth, most people won't accept it. Unless, like you said, that's what they want too. You are so on point today on this conversation. Well, listen, I just get on and start talking. And I had no idea, I had no intentions of talking about this. But most people don't. They won't accept the truth. I don't know why we don't like truth. Why we like to be lied to as a people, as human beings. We like to be lied to. I don't know why. Just tell the truth. I would rather you tell the truth than for me to find out the truth. That's a whole nother horse of a different color. I don't know how many colors horses comes in, but that's a whole nother, I'm going to give you a whole nother response. At this point, I'm going to react and not respond. I'd rather you tell me the truth and I respond versus you lying and I find out the truth, then I'm going to react. Bust the windows in this car. And so it is the truth. People don't like to be told the truth. They like to be lied to and then get mad when y'all break up and talking about you lied. Well, they tried to tell you the truth from the beginning. You are right, Indigo. They think they are protecting themselves, which is quite opposite. You're not protecting yourself because you're lying. Listen, I value you more if you can tell me the truth and say, you know what, I don't want a relationship, but this is what I want from you. Right? And stop, and when people tell you what they want from you, stop trying to make them want what you want for you. Well, I know what he said. I know what she said. She really don't want a relationship, but I'm going to change her mind. By the time I get laying it down in the bed, they're going to change their mind. And then the more y'all lay in the bed, the more emotionally, the more emotional you become attached to the person. But they've already told you from the beginning, and sometimes they have to keep reminding you, now I already told you, this is what I want. I don't want anything else. I just got out of a relationship, and basically you're rebound. Or I don't want a monogamous relationship because I can't live a monogamous, I can't live. Listen, y'all, a lot of people are not going to like what I'm about to say. Everybody is not meant to be in a monogamous relationship. It's just not going to happen. They want to be able to, and it's okay that they tell you I don't want a monogamous relationship because they still want to be free. Because for some reason in our culture, when we say we're in a relationship, it's really ownership. You want to own it. That you mine. No. Ownership. We're not some cattle that you own. You see, when someone tells you they don't want a relationship, all I want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom. If they're telling you all I want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom, accept the boom and the zoom. Because that's all they want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom. Accept the boom, boom and the zoom, zoom. And stop trying to make people want something more than what they've already said. Oof. All I want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom. They want to get in and they want to get out, and they're telling you that. But no, and another thing where we mess up as humans, well, westernized people. All I want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom. Where we mess up, everybody we meet, we want them to be the potential relationship. Matthew, you hit the nail on the head. It is true, and a lot of them just want the freedom to roam the cattleman's field, and it is okay. We're not telling you got to handcuff and put a ring on it. And, you know, you're going to have one around your eye instead of your finger, because people are crazy. And if they tell you all they want to do is a boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom, accept the boom, boom and the zoom, zoom. And when y'all finish boom, boom, boom and a zoom, zoom, then tell him you got to go. You got to zoom out. Don't let him lay in your bed. Unless you have agreed to it and you equally want what the other person want. But we mess up because everybody we connect to, we see them as a potential relationship. Hey, Shakina, how you doing? We see them as a potential relationship. Oh, this might be the one. Oh, this might, and you've already said to other your friends, I'm dating this, this person, blase, blase, but y'all hadn't even agreed that you're dating. That's right, Trish. That's right. All you want to do is a boom, 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 and a zoom, zoom. And you want to zoom. You want to boom and get out. And that's okay. When they tell you, I don't want a relationship, I just, like Matthew said, I just want to roam around in the cattleman's field. And that is okay. At least you know. You're right. But you know what, Matthew? So many people know how to boom and be detached. They know how to boom and be detached. There's nothing emotional about it. They're not attached. And they zoom. They boom, unattached, zoom. All I want to do is a boom, 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 unattached, and zoom, zoom. Listen, it's okay. It's okay when the person tells you, and don't get mad. Well, why you don't want to? Well, when you gonna marry me? And now it's problematic, because you met this person in the back of your mind, hoping that this is the person you marry. This is a potential relationship. It's a possibility. Listen, sometimes people come in your life. Do you know how many people have married? They've married people. You're right. Do you know how many people that's married? They married the person they really should have stayed friends with. They married the person they should have only remained friends. And then you got those who remain friends, and you probably should have married them. So every man or woman you meet is not your potential. And stop going into it thinking this might be him, or this might be the one. This shorty right here, she got lips, hips, fingertips, and you don't know she done went to Santo Domingo, and all of that is fake. And when she get home, she start taking off her eyelashes, start taking off her eyebrows, start pulling her teeth out, and start taking off her leg or hips, and you didn't know it was fake. That's right, Trish. You're all grown. And I don't know why grown people want to make other people want to You can't make nobody fall in love with you. That's right. Every husband ain't your husband, and every wife ain't your wife. That's right, Charlene. Everybody's not meant to be in a relationship. People don't want relationships. They want to be able to boom, 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 and a zoom, zoom. And that's okay. Got married to the person, and it was just a boom zoom. But no, I'm gonna give him some of this, he gonna make him stay. No. The person that don't want to stay, now you're twisting their arms and you want to make them stay. Because they done got you. They done set with Mary, Jane, Tarzan, Cal, Al, Christopher, and then back to Jane, Tarzan, Cheetah. That's all I'm trying to say. Let people want what they want and like what they like, but don't force people to be in a relationship with you. And again, I say, if you're doing all the investment into the relationship, leave as soon as possible, because they're going to leave you because they've not invested anything in the relationship. What you said, Trish? What happened? Trish says you can't tell the truth and free your own self, I want my own bed to my own self, which is what I have now. And I don't know why this keep doing it. My own bed to myself now, which is what I have now, and I'm happy. Pookie, Earl, Ray Ray, and Craig. That's right. Charlene, they done slept with Cheetah, Jane, Tarzan. They going from tree to tree. But it's okay. Let them hold the trees. Let them go wherever they want to go. And let it be done. You know? So, I'm just calling, checking in on my people. I've had a rough 2 weeks emotionally. I'm going to go back to me now, because I done got all off subject. Well, not really. I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I'm not fussing. I'm just discussing. I had a rough 2 weeks. I don't know. It's just at the end of the year, I just started going through some emotional things and was really thinking about my mom and how I wish I could talk to her and see her and call her. And man, that's difficult. If you got a parent and you got a mother, listen, take care of them. Because I promise you, life is not the same without them. It's not the same. It'll never be the same. If you lost a loved one, a mother, a father, or a grandmother that was your mother, I'm telling you, the best thing you could do right now is see about them on a consistent basis. Yes, Charlene, I'll be back on. I will be back on. I'm just in a little... I'll be back on, and just got some things going on that I'm trying to take care of and handle, and I'll be back on. But I'm glad that you all chimed in with me. I really, really do my best at keeping it real. When I do talk about things, I like to really be transparent and really honest about them. And I just want you all not to I don't want my sisters, y'all to get all involved with a man that don't want you, or you giving all your food stamps to and your check, and they stand under your roof and you're taking care of them. You know, the only reason you should really be taking care of a man if y'all was together and then something happened to him and now you got to, help provide because y'all are together. But you shouldn't be taking care of a well able-bodied grown man. That's it in a nutshell. And women, you bring your stuff to the table too. Everybody should bring something to the table, and not just your potential. Oh, but he got great potential, or he got good. See, y'all fall out over. Yeah, I know. Good make a go crazy. I get it. Yeah, you miss your mom, Patricia. It is. I promise you. Just what you explained, just what you said. You said it left a hole in your heart, and that's exactly how I feel. Listen, those of you that still have your parents, I'm telling you, look at this thread. Look at what people are saying about their parents that we don't have them anymore. I don't care how you try to go and what you do, who you try to bring into your life, it leaves a hole in your heart. No one will be able to take the place of your mother. No one. No one. No one. No one. I don't know the song, but I just make up my own stuff. No one will be able to take the place of your mother. Now, I know fathers, listen, I can't speak on that, right? Because my father was absent. But what I can say is a mother's love. I was just sitting there thinking just yesterday. I said, man, I can still feel a love. I said, man, a mother's love goes beyond death, because you could still feel it. You could still feel their love. You could still hear their conversations. You could still hear their conversation. Man, you could still feel them so close to you. And people say, well, she's with you. Yeah, but I can't see her. And so that is that void that I have been experiencing over the past 2 weeks. I've been emotional, and I'm okay with being transparent. And sometimes I don't feel like being around people when I'm in that kind of funk, right? Because I need that time. I need that time for my mental health and to still continue to process this whole transition. Yes, a real mother's love is powerful. Let me tell you something. I was just thinking that, Charlene. I said, I watch people, whatever. Listen, there are some mothers don't give a care about their children. But I thought of it yesterday. I thought about yesterday. I said, my mother is gone. And the power of her love is so powerful, I can still feel it. And she's gone. Can you imagine what a child goes through when a mother is alive and they can't experience something that we can experience even after our parents are dead? I still feel the love of my mother. And you got these mothers that don't care anything about their children. They can't feel what you're feeling, and their mother is alive. Take care of your mama. I don't care what. Listen. Take care of her, because I promise you, once she has crossed over, when I tell you I don't live in any type of regret, but once she's crossed over, it ain't no coulda, shoulda, woulda, if I just wish I had. You had it. You had it for however long you've been alive. You've had that, right? I remember telling a couple of my brothers one time when my mother, I was just having a conversation, she was alive. I said, listen, I got to do this. Y'all have had her longer than me. I'm the baby. Y'all have been here with her longer than I have. So I have to make sure that I do what I do. Do what you do for your mother. And I don't care how angry they make you. They've been called to make you upset. Yeah, they get on our nerves. They're supposed to. But don't ever disrespect them and dishonor them. Don't ever do that. Don't ever tell her, you make me sick, or I wish you had did this. You see? Because when you start dishonoring them, you start shortening your days. Honor your mother. I know it says honor your mother and father. I can talk about my mother because that's all I know is my mother. So regardless of what is happening, take care of your mama. I'm telling you, take care of that mama and comfort her. And let me tell you something else about a mother. As they get older, hear this, and if you don't take anything else from this conversation, as they get older, their feelings are more easy to hurt. So little things that you say to them can put them into a state of depression, and they feel unloved. It's something about the older they get, the more sensitive they become. Watch your tone with her. Watch how you handle your mother. Because the older they get, see, you still trying to remember, saying, well, when I was young, it didn't bother her. No, the older they get, the more sensitive they become. It's easier to hurt their feelings when they get older. It's easier. And if your parents are dealing with some illness or Alzheimer's and you think they don't remember this and you still do things for them, don't neglect your mama. Because I promise you, she was connected to you before you were here. She carried you. I mean, your father did too, believe it or not, because he carried the seed in his sack. But once you got released from the sack, you went into that mother, and she was emotionally attached to you. So yeah, I have great memories. I mean, but emotional, right? It's been emotional. I'm so human, and I don't ever try to tell people I'm not human. I cry. I sometimes want to cry. Sometimes I can't cry, but I'll laugh at something, maybe in a conversation with somebody different, and just laugh, but tears streaming because I wasn't able to release that through, just crying. I released the tears through laughter. You see? You'll never get them back. When they're gone, they're gone. Don't ever live in a place that you have to say, I wish I could have. Should have, could have, would have. It's too late. It's gone. All right, I have to go. The sun is down, and it's beautiful here where I'm at. And listen, I just had to check in on my people and check in on my tribe. That's right, Charlene. I have to just check in on my tribe and make sure I remind you and just check in on you and be transparent as well about how I'm feeling. Because sometimes I feel so alone. Y'all see me traveling, right? I might be somewhere else tomorrow. You see me traveling, but don't ever, ever mistaken my travels for fulfillment. Sometimes I'm running from the pain. Or at least I think I'm running from it. And when I get to that destination, that void is still there. right? So take care of your mother. Take care of your parents. Take care of your grandmother. Reach out to them. Tell them every day. Me and my mother talk sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Every day. And we always said, sometimes I would just say, hey, I'm just calling you. I don't need anything from you. I just want to tell you I love you and I want to hear your voice. And equally, she would call me and it would just make me feel so good. She said, hey, baby, I'm just calling you. I just wanted to hear your voice and to tell you I love you. Man, it made my day. I don't care what I was experiencing. It made my day. And I'm going to say something else and I'm going to be done. Something my mother said to me. Whew. Something she said to me in her latter years. I'm about to be emotional, so y'all feel me on this. Something she said to me. She said, "Ooh." Now I've heard this before, but my mother said this, and I didn't hear it until after my mother said it years later, right? I heard it from other people. She said, "It's just something about your voice." She said, when I hear you, it just stirs something in me, and it feels like it's adding years to my life. So why wouldn't I talk to her? If talking to her make her feel like it has added years to her life, yeah, we talk 3 or 4 times a day, right? To hear that from a mother, and then when I come around, she would say, it's just something about you. And she'd be like, ooh, it's just something about you. It just, when I hear your voice, I just get this feeling inside of me, and it makes me want to live, and it feels like it adds years to me, to my life. So all I'm saying is your conversation can really make a person feel like they want to live. All right. I have to go. I love y'all. Thank you to my tribe that came on. Thank you to my family that came on. I love y'all. Thank you for chiming in and just even halfway listening to anything that I have to say. All right. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your life.